Welcome back to Mac Music Review. I am your host. My name is Mac. Today we're going to be looking at an album. Before I hop in the review, just want to say there's going to be some stuff down in the description. If you want to know how the channel works, all that good stuff is going to be down in the description of this video. Today we are looking at the album Today We Rebel by KB, and this is the album artwork. KB is one of the biggest names on Reach Records. That's partly because of his remix of the song Oceans, the classic worship song. He throws rap music in there, and it's like, what? But he did that, and it's a thing. It exists, and it's popular. In terms of Christian rap music, of course, is very not popular, but in terms of Christian rap, that's a popular, well-known song. Also, songs like Long Live the Champion and Hold Me Back have gotten a lot of steam lately. And he's just, he's well known because he's featured, this guy has just featured on a ton of artists, and he's been featured on tracks by people outside of the Christian rap industry, but still in the Christian industry. He's featured on a Crowder song. He's featured on Oh God Forgive Us, a remix of that song by For King and Country, and that song actually gets played on the radio. So that's his biggest song, actually, is his feature on that song. But all because of those things, because of his numerous features. This guy's featured on a ton of stuff and a few songs of his own. This guy really is one of the more well-known, one of the more popular Christian rappers. Interestingly, kind of like Life of Pablo or Astro World, if you know secular rap person watching this video. This album has guest artists, but they're not listed. They're like secret guest artists, you could say, even though they're not very well hidden, especially in the case of Get Through, which Lecrae dominates right after the intro. He just goes full force. But yeah, this album has some artists that you probably do know if you listen to Christian rap music. I'm familiar with all these artists. I've actually reviewed every single artist featured on this album. Aha Gazelle was the first artist that pops up on the song Monster. I've reviewed, two of his albums, two of his projects on this channel already. And then Ty Brazell is on the song Primetime. I've reviewed 3 of his projects. We're going to get into that when we get to the T's. And then Lecrae, who we're going to go to in detail after we get through the K's. And he's on the song, like I said, Get Through. Andy Mineo, who we've already gone over in pretty good detail, is featured on the song Not Today, Satan. And the band For King and Country, who we've also covered on this channel, sings on the song Bring You War. So this album has plenty of guest artists. 5 of this album's 14 tracks. One of the tracks on this album, Rebel Intro, is of course an intro track to Rebel 88, the last song. But yeah, 13 full-length songs on this album, so plenty of music on this thing. Just like on the album that came before this, KB's second full-length album, Tomorrow We Live, his third full-length album, this one, Today We Rebel, features great versatility in terms of tones and music and energy levels and all that kind of stuff. Basically, the first few songs on this album, DNOU, Monster, Primetime, they're all bangers. These are pretty careless songs, and the lyrics, they're really just hype up songs to get you energized and ready to work out at the gym or go for a run. And then the lyrics get kind of serious with Get Through, but that's, again, and the same thing can be said of Not Today, Satan, a triumphant song that is, sort of serious lyrics, but it's mostly just a raise your fist in the air and just, sing along. But with more Christian, that one's more overtly Christian than the other 3, than DNOU, Tempo, and Monster. Then, right after Get Through, you have the song called Art of Drifting, and the song is about him envisioning himself. It's like a dream, or him just thinking about or contemplating him committing adultery, and him going into detail, and it's a song about falling away from the faith, and then becoming addicted to pornography on your phone, and then eventually committing adultery. And it's a super, super serious song. It's really kind of heavy. And his performance on this song, he goes so hard. He doesn't sing it slow and sad and sappy. No, he goes crazy. He just goes nuts, super energetic, super pounding in your face. With the music is just crazy drums and crazy everything. But it's a very, very serious song. And then the next song, it directly is linked to the next song, Art of Hope, is directly follows Art of Drifting, and it's a very hopeful tune where he offers all this darkness and all this sinning and all this doing wrong, and then he offers a solution, offers hope for his sin and everything on this song, as it's aptly titled Art of Hope, and it ends with a female singer singing a hymn. I don't know who the female singer is, but it's just like, man, there's a big shift in tone pretty quickly in the album. The next few songs on this album are very surprisingly overtly Christian. In today's age, this was released in 2017, especially on Reach Records, especially with Lecrae leading the charge. Christian rap is getting less and less Christian. It's becoming a lot less cool. It's becoming kind of uncool to be very overtly Christian in your music. And it's becoming cool to kind of just put your faith a little bit on the side, like reference it occasionally. Still, you can't curse. That's a big no-no in Christian rap. But just kind of, be a little more mainstream. Try to sound a little bit more mainstream. And some artists have really done that, like Aha and 1K Few and Lecrae and a few other people. But KB has spoken out against that, spoken out how he likes to be overtly Christian in his music. And that's definitely true of songs like I Am Not the One, New Portrait, Bring You War, Sing to You. All those have very overtly Christian lyrics. He really wears his faith on his sleeve and wants you to know that he loves Jesus. Honestly, this is a pretty great album. I mean, it's production-wise and just vocally, KB absolutely kills it. I have to say that first. KB brings so much energy to the table, just completely smacks mumble rap across the face with his just really just high energy, high speed rapping, just very, very, like, it stands out because he's very high energy, he's very expressive, especially on the song Art of Drifting. Just his performance is just killer on that song, just fantastic, just absolutely dominates that song. And a lot of the songs on this album, DNOU and Tempo, his just energy is just really kind of addictive and kind of awesome. Production on this thing is also pretty tight, especially on songs like DNOU, where the energy never stops. This song never really climaxes because it's almost a problem, because the energy never dies down and has a build up. It's just always that high energy, which is kind of crazy that he is able to do that, but it's cool. A huge highlight, Not Today, Satan. That song is a banger. It's no wonder this song is pretty popular among Christian rap, because it is a fist pump, raise your hands in the air anthem, and it's also very Christian, so you can jam to it in church or whatever on Sunday. I do have a few problems with this album. Sing to You is a very jarring, strange shift in tone. It's just very, very happy sounding, and really nothing else on the album is this. They have songs that are really banger and really high energy, but they don't have anything else that sounds this just happy. And the music on this one doesn't really fit. It's not really rap music. It's just kind of, it's an outlier, and it just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. Another song that I don't care for at all is Rebel Rebel 88. It's really repetitive. It's just really annoyingly repetitive. And the music is not very interesting. The production throughout this album is really cool and really well done for the most part, but this song just sounds kind of dull. And it stinks because they end the album on this song, and they have an intro leading up to it like it's going to be this epic closer, and it's literally the worst song on the album. I mean, it's boring, and the song is very mediocre. With all those words being said, KB's third album is his most consistent to date. It's just consistent, high-quality music, except for, the last song, and then Sing to You was kind of awkward because it just doesn't really feel like it makes a ton of sense. But lyrically, KB is totally on point on this album. Musically, this album's full of bangers. It's full of just really good production, some really cool-sounding stuff. And vocally, KB just kills it. His performance is just fire throughout this entire project, and it's not hard to see why he's one of the biggest Christian rappers. I'm going to give this album 4 stars out of 5. This is like the 4th album in a row to get on Awesome Albums. And you know, the reason why that is, why there's so many, like such a high percentage of the albums I review are on Awesome Albums, is because unlike other music reviewers, I don't just review whatever comes out. I don't review just whatever's new. I review stuff that I personally want to review. And generally speaking, I don't review things that I hate or that I think are terrible. I usually review things that I'm already listening to, that I already like, and things I want to talk about. Which I know isn't a great thing for a good critic to do. Being that picky doesn't make a great critic. But that's what I did, and so a lot of these albums are going to get on the Awesome Albums list. Thank you for watching the video.